What's good, everyone? It's Marvin, also known as MJO23Dan, back with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on the Nike Kobe 5 Protro in the Bruce Lee colorway. So, if you guys are interested, check this out. Alright, so this one was a difficult sneaker to get. Everyone, like, pretty much that I follow on social media missed out on this completely. Sneakers was pretty much the only site that I knew of that was getting these, along with, I believe, some Foot Locker accounts and Eastbay, but man, select retailers all throughout. I happened to be lucky, and I got this by contacting an international brand. You guys already know probably who I'm talking about, but that was in my back pocket. I really don't like doing that, but the Kobe 5 Bruce Lee was a sneaker that I absolutely wanted. So I've been a Laker fan for pretty much over 20 years, right? And you know, growing up, I grew up in Chicago, Chicago Bulls fan, Michael Jordan fan, and you know, when Michael Jordan retired, you know, it's time to root for someone else. But, you know, don't get me wrong. Chicago will always be home to me. The Bulls, I follow them. But my team, and growing up in SoCal, myself, the Lakers were the team that I started rooting for, like, after MJ retired. So Kobe was one of those people that I watched throughout his whole career. We were definitely lucky to see Kobe in his prime, MJ in his prime, and now we get to see LeBron. Although I don't feature a lot of LeBron or LeBron at all on my channel, it's pretty much just going to be either Jordan or Kobe, but more so on Jordan. But anyways, with that out of the way, I was, again, lucky enough to get the Kobe 5 Protro. So the Kobe 5 Protro is my first Protro model in this number. Earlier in the year and late into last year, I was able to get the Kobe ones, and then after Kobe died in January, everything skyrocketed. It sucked. So like a lot of this stuff was limited. There wasn't an abundance of sneakers and merch and whatever to go around, and it's just very difficult to get your hands on any Kobe stuff. Even during Kobe week, it was a disaster. But so this is one of the sneakers that I was able to get. I believe in 2010 when these first dropped. I do have the original Kobe 5 right here, and I'm going to be doing a comparison between both. So, you know, just a brief history, and let's go ahead and get under the camera here and check out the details with both. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to start with the boxes here. You guys know in the mid-2000s, we came out with the orange Nike box. This was Kobe's box. Well, pretty much any Nike box back in the mid-2000s, early 2000s. This is the Zoom Kobe 5. You guys can check out the box label. In Kobe sneakers, I go up a half size. You know, Kobe has been a big proponent on performance sneakers, and so, you know, with performance sneakers in general, I typically go a half size up. For some odd reason, their sneakers, Nike sneakers, they tend to be a little bit more narrow for me as I'm a wide footer. So a true size 10 would not fit me in performance. I have to go a half size up. That includes, you know, Nike Performance, running, basketball and Jordan signature sneakers. So anything for performance, I usually go a half size up. So this is the Protro box for the Nike Kobe 5. Black box, got Kobe's logo on there with his signature down below. And then the box label, as you guys can see for yourself here, the Nike Kobe 5 Protro. So this one retailed for $200. Back then, I believe these were about I want to say like between 140, 160. Just came with, regular tissue paper here. And back then when they sold them, they also had this Lace Up and Save Lives initiative for AIDS in Africa. And so these came with red laces. I don't know if you guys remember this, but these were like one of the ones that you had to throw into your Kobe 5 Bruce Lee's, because they just like really gave it that pop. And you guys will see just in a minute here. These ended up being $4. I think this was even around the time maybe that they were also selling the Livestrong bands and stuff. Like, you guys remember all those accessories. So I just ended up saving that one. Let's see, the Kobe 5 just ended up being just regular tissue paper. What do you guys feel about packaging? Should they have just done a little bit more, or do you think they should have just it's just the way that they kept it? So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the packaging. Alright, so before we get into that shoe comparison, let's go ahead and look at the Kobe 5 Protro. Alright, so the Kobe 5 Protro, again, had to go a half size up on these, even though I felt like it was still snug. So I don't know, something about Nike sizing in Protros, in performance retros, if you want to say, signature models, I definitely have to go a half size up. I don't know about you guys, but being a wide footer sucks sometimes. But back then I went 10.5 and they fit great. So there's a lot of questions in regards to sizing and what it feels like and everything. So if you guys are wide footers, yeah, definitely half size up. Sometimes even a full size, man. I don't know, but so half size up. My big toe is pretty much like right here, and even with this Protro, it was still restricting right here. I might have to like redo the lacing, but like you can see, it's typical with the lacing system here that it's pretty symmetrical, in as far as width is concerned. But I can probably loosen that up and then break it in a little bit more. But there was a lot of snug fit right here at the inside collar, so there's a lot more padding in this compared to the original. But let's go briefly over the shoe. You guys know, Nike and Kobe. Kobe was a big fan of Bruce Lee. Another Laker that was involved with Bruce Lee's movies, you guys probably know him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he was part of the movie Enter the Dragon, as you guys can see with the slash marks there on the side. Kobe decided to do an inspiration, with Bruce Lee. But I feel like there's more of like a Kill Bill aspect to the shoe than it is with actual Bruce Lee, although you still see the slash marks on the side, which is pretty awesome. Kyrie ended up doing his own flavor with his Kyrie sneakers when he did a tribute to Kobe and Bruce Lee with his signature model there. But yeah, black, yellow, silver on the tongue. The Shizuoka logo is what that's called. Kobe's logo pretty much is going to be on his signature sneakers. So on the inside here you have what's called the Kobe code. I still don't remember what the breakdown was of like the Kobe code was. I know there's something online regarding that stuff, but it's one of those things where, let's see if I can take out the insole. Yeah, this thing's really glued in there, but I'll just pull it out just a little bit. You guys can see, it has all the Kobe code in there to decipher. One of those Easter eggs that are in Nike sneakers that are pretty prominent with some of our favorite models. Jordan did it with his models. I don't think they do it all too often now. There's some sort of storytelling aspect to it. You also see the Kobe code on the side here of the shoe. And then on the back heel it says Nike Zoom, letting you know that there is a zoom in here, which should be in the heel. But yeah, it's one of those Easter egg things with the Kobe code, and you guys can go in and kind of decipher, what that all means and everything. Typically, Kobe will have something in there that relates to either family or his Mamba mentality aspect. But the Kobe 5 back then, one of the more popular sneakers coming up as far as performance goes, and I think even at one point it outplayed the Jordan signature models. So there's that. So let's go ahead and introduce the original. And the differences, you can probably tell on video, hopefully you can, but the colors there, you can see that there's a little bit more of like a mustard yellow look to the original Kobe 5 Bruce Lee versus the Kobe 5 Protro. A lot more vibrant on the yellow there. I can bring it up here. This is the Protro, this is the original right here, you guys can see. So it's a little bit muted on the original than it is on the Protro. I do appreciate that they went more vibrant on the Protro as far as like the colors concerned versus the original. Even down to the laces. So with the black portions here, you can pretty much see like how the fly wire peeks through on the black for the Protro, whereas on the original you don't see it. It's concealed pretty much all throughout, but you can see it through the yellow. And Flywire was an introduction that they used for the Kobe 4 when Kobe wanted to go into a low cut sneaker. So that got reintroduced back into the Kobe 5, and they always try and work, just like Air Jordans, where they try and work a similar tech piece from the previous onto the next and try to improve that. So you get that with the Air Jordan 35 with the Eclipse plate being the Eclipse plate 2.0, and this is just another example of that. So but I can pretty much tell you that the colors are more muted on the original Kobe 5 than it is on the Protro model. So a lot of it is more vibrant, comes out the black, the silver lining on the swoosh for the Protro versus on the original. It's not as vibrant there. You can see side by side. The slash mark even, a lot more bold on the red than it is for the original. On the bottom, you can see like it's a little bit more of a faded red there. I'm not sure if that's due to age or oxidation, in comparison with the Protro. And then you can see here with the bottom here at the heel, a bit more red than it is on the counterpart. Carbon fiber seems to be, about the same. So not much difference right there. The pliability or the feel of the rubber here, it's about the same, I feel like. So I'm an outdoor court player, or I was. I don't really play basketball too much, even at all, like nowadays. But I remember balling in like some Chaos 5s, and like this area right here would all be gone, especially in the heel area for me. And I would hope like this would be a little bit more of a durable rubber. It seems like it's about the same though. They've been also making sneakers with XDR, which is pretty insane. I know the Air Jordan 35, the Hachimaras, the all red one that I did a review on, that had XDR material on the bottom because Rui is from Japan. So they play their courts outdoors, so you need a little bit more of a pliable, or a denser rubber on there. So a little bit more forgiving on the rubber. And I feel like that should be an option for basketball and performance in general, is that aspect where you can choose what type of outsole rubber compound that you want on there. So going back to the back of the sneaker, again, this is the original, this is the Protro.
You can see there the clip there at the heel. It's on the original, it's a lot more like got a glitter effect to it, more of like a graphite look. Although it's primarily black. The Protro, they went all black, solid black on there. So materials are just about the same. The red's more vibrant. The red here is a little bit lighter. The outer skin right here, this mesh portion of the Protro, you can feel like the texture is you can really feel like the material on there, a lot more of that versus like the Protro. I mean the original. It's there, but like you can really feel it a lot more in the Protro. And then I went again as far as the interior padding is concerned with the original, a little bit looser or less than the Protro, which is a bit thicker, which probably has to do a lot with the sizing that I spoke about earlier as well. So like these fit amazing back then, and when I threw these on feet, a little bit more restrictive. So I would suggest half size up or even like a full size. Do not wear double socks; it doesn't work. So I went like thinner socks on these. So your Nike Elite socks, they're not gonna work with this, unless you have a narrow foot and it doesn't matter to you. But wide footers, I've warned you. All right, so original and Protro, you guys can see here with the logos, and the tongue itself, a little bit more muted, just like it is on the rest of the black portions of the original, versus the Protro. And you can see like this line right here, it's a little bit more at the top of the tongue. You got a cleaner line up top here, versus on the Protro, it's a little bit, the craftsmanship could use a little bit work there on the Protro. So definitely something to look after. The laces just about the same, otherwise it's just the color, and insoles are just about the same as well. So anyways, that's about it. So that's your comparison between the Protro and the original.
Alright, so that is it. That is the review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the review between the Kobe 5 Protro and the original Kobe 5. Really fun to do these comparisons just to see like what the similarities and differences are between two sneakers. So again, the Kobe 5 Bruce Lee, definitely a great sneaker. As I noted earlier in the review, some things with sizing, but glad to have this one back in the collection. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit me with a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and check out the rest of my videos in my backlog, and any future videos that are going to be coming out. And that's about it. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Till then, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.